I'm Irina Ghosh, and I run the sales strategy and sales excellence for the Microsoft business as a part of the sales and marketing organization. I've been with Microsoft for about 15 years now, and a total career which is about a little more than 20 years plus. Been in Bangalore for a very long time in my overall career. So that's what it is about. It's been a gradual transition, I must say. So when I joined Microsoft 15 years back, I was in the early part of my career. However, I've been pretty aspirational in terms of wanting to talk about what I want to do, what really drives me, and that has kept me going. So at all points of my life, I've been very fortunate to have mentors and coaches with me who've really trusted me and guided me. And having said that, I must also say that I've also worked very hard to ensure that I get the commitment and the confidence of people around me, so that I got the larger set of portfolios and roles. And I always used to stretch. I mean, if something used to be given across to me, I always used to say that, okay, so much, and what more can I do? So I think the fact that I had the energy, the drive, and wanting to do a lot more has definitely helped me get it. Okay, so starts with family mostly. Yeah. So I would say my father was always a person, we came from a middle class family, and those days it was always a matter of seeing that what is happening in the rest of the world. And my father always used to ensure that he opens the window to what's happening in the rest of the spheres. So if we ever had, say, we had once Edmund Hillary visiting Patna, and he took us there, and I just rushed out of the entire audience to take his autograph and just ask him a few questions, because it was really enchanting for us to see the world outside. So my father always used to ensure that we see the vistas outside. He used to take us around the globe and kind of see things around. So he was the first one. My brother got into engineering, and I think at the time that we grew up, there were only two choices to make. Are you a medical student or are you an engineering student? Because if you're a person into science, that's what happens. So those were what made me go in for my choices. Apart from that, I was always very enchanted by Mother Teresa. So this is apart from my professional work. And I think I've been very influenced by the compassion and by the way she's led a lot of charitable causes. So what I also do is that for the last 7 years odd, I've been involved personally in a lot of charitable causes, again for girl education. So I've been doing things towards promoting, ensuring that I raise funds for them, ensure that there are computer labs, etc. for them in various parts of Bangalore. And that's been something which I've been very closely associated with.
Wow.
Again, I must say that I have been fortunate enough to be surrounded by people, by managers, by my peers, and by my team, who've always given me a very conducive environment and ensure that whatever I wanted to do, it happens well in time. But I must say that it takes a lot to ensure that you get people onboarded also in terms of what you want to do. So hurdles would be in the sense that there would be times when you're unsure about, is this something that is really larger than what you're wanting to bite into? But I think the confidence and getting your manager onboarded and sharing your concerns is very important. There was also a point when I joined Microsoft when I was pregnant with my first child. So when I went for the interview, I realized that I'm pregnant. So it was always running in my mind, is that the right time to make a switch, etc. But I must say that I had a very supportive support system of my family and of my organization of Microsoft, which said that yes, we go in for talent. So that was something which kind of got me there. The other thing that I must also say is that if you want something quite eagerly and you're aspiring for something, you have to voice it out. And if you don't, that becomes a hurdle. There are a lot of people whom I know who are excellent in what they do, and they at times feel that it would be known because they're not comfortable talking about it or getting their aspirations known. However, the responsibility of ensuring that what you want to do also lies with you. I'm really not saying that you have to go across and blow your bandwagon, but unless you say and unless you get other people to know what you do, it might remain a silent aspiration. You really have to work towards it. One thing that I would definitely say is that time is really critical. So when we were growing up, the options for us were few and limited. for the generation right now, the options are a lot. However, the distractions are also a lot. So catching time and making the most out of it. Say you are in 12th standard. In the next choice that you make, it's a lot beyond academics because we are competing with the best of the best right now globally. So how do you enrich yourself from a personality standpoint beyond the academics, make yourself visible in a few things that you are very passionate about, whether it's sports, whether it's music, whether it's dramatics, etc. If you have the passion, go for it. And that's something that I was also talking to some of the children from the government school the other day, that with technology right now, there is nothing which is unattainable. The digital divide is over. So it's not that somebody in a rural place cannot aspire to do something, somebody in an urban institute is doing, somebody in India might not get, somebody the counterpart is in US is getting. The times of that is over with technology being such an enabler. Use technology optimally to ensure that you enhance yourself and you get to know more. That's the second one. And the third one is that I think you have to be a continuous learner. You have to continuously invest in learning, invest in knowing more and pushing yourself ahead. And having a goal, but learning and pushing yourself and doing a lot of hard work will definitely get you there. Dream big, work hard, it will get you there.
Thank you so much.
Most welcome.